And then they said, well, look, we'd like you to go further, and we'd like you to do some things which take what you're sort of known for, which is mixing materials like the walnut with the metal, for instance, in this little pepper here. And we want you to work with a company called Boss. And that was the start of the liaison with Martin's colleagues. I went to see the factory and we talked, and I really felt very at home there. And by this time, I developed quite a lot of partnerships, and so I was quite able to suss out really whether it was going to work frankly or not, just on the basis of the chemistry. And the team up at Boss and Dudley, really fantastic guys, very experienced, right on with detail, really understand quality, very service oriented, and also very design driven. And so for me that was a great combination of critical factors that really encouraged me to work with them very closely. And we decided that we'd work on a combination of metal and leather and wood and leather. Really the materials that I was familiar with myself and they've got a lot of expertise in as well. But again, going back to the theme, we needed a starting point. And I don't know if anyone know who that is? Do you recognise that? It's Amy Williams, a gold medal winner from the skeleton event in the Winter Olympics. And she was doing her stuff at the time. And I said, well, what a great British story that is. And here we are, really good British manufacturing company. I happen to be British myself. And so maybe we can take a metaphor out of that. We can do something that really expresses a very successful British liaison, British partnership. So there's something I brought along there, which is my boyhood sledge. That strong-looking chap in the leather jacket there. Would you mind just picking that up for me and just, because it's useful to refer to it. And I took it down to the factory and said, guys, maybe we could just look at this because this is something that I was given by my dad as a kid. And, I really love the fact that it looks like it's going somewhere. You know, it's sort of exciting thing. And I remember the moment that I was given that as a Christmas present and tearing the paper off it and really wanted to get out and ride it. And it would be great if we could create a product that the customer has the same feeling for. So they get it, they can't wait to tear the wrapper off it, sit on it and put it at home or whatever. Because that for me is a real magical moment in any product. Just that real desire to get hold of and use and whatever. And I said maybe we could do something that is kind of a little bit Amy Williams and Bill Spirit inspired, a little bit Sledge inspired. Maybe we can call it Luge and we can use that metaphor so that the arms are a bit reminiscent of the steel working with my sledge and so on, and it really has a bit of attitude, but crucially, it's exciting, and you want to get it home, and you want to unwrap it, and you want to get it used. And the team really backed that approach, and so we developed this concept. And there are two versions, as you can see, one with the steel arms, and one with the walnut arms. I think as I mentioned, the two that I've used a lot myself. What's particularly great about working with Boss was, if you look at the chair that's on the angle plinth there, that's actually the original Mark I prototype. That's the first thing that we really lashed together. It's actually totally unmanufacturable in that state. So there's only one ever of that particular item. But as you'll notice, the item on the floor there, which has also got steel arms, that's the production version. And that, you can have as many of those as you want. And you'll see there's very little difference between the original item and the manufacturing item. And we've managed not to lose the concept through the production engineering process, which is a very special element of the way that we work together. Very often when you do things and you have a creative starting point and it's really new and winning and so on, the production engineering process can dilute that so that what you end up with is kind of only a version of what you started with, and that's disappointing, right? But working with Boss, we've managed to retain the real personality of what we started with, we're in a position where we can manufacture and supply something which is very close to the original sketch and the spirit of what we did. And for me, what's special about this starting point with Boss is that it opens up a whole new area, particularly working with a British supplier who we've got a very strong rapport with, who we're looking at lots of different concepts linked together. So I'm very hopeful that as you come back to the showroom over a period of time, because I know this is the second year of the Design Festival, that everyone seems to be talking about it becoming a very regular annual event. I'm hoping that you'll see this story that is now in play unfold into some very interesting and compelling design stories in due course as we continue to work together on other things. So that's really all I wanted to say today, because I know these things are best kept relatively short, but if there's anything in that you wanted to chat to me about afterwards, or any questions you've got now, then do feel free to ask. But you are here at the start of what I think, and I think Mark and the team also think, is a really strong British story of success in design and manufacture. So watch this space.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
If anyone wants to throw questions at either Nick and myself, just feel free to do so.
Or you can have a cup of tea and a cake and...
which is probably more pleasure.
Yeah.